Dramatic drone footage from the Ukrainian 8th Special Forces Regiment reveals the lethal impact of FPV drones on Russian and North Korean forces in Kursk. The videos, ranging from chaotic to somber, capture both infantry and vehicles being devastated by these drones. In one striking moment, North Korean soldiers are seen rounding up like fish in a nature documentary, while the next frame shows a lone North Korean soldier kneeling in the snow, awaiting his grim fate. Meanwhile, in a separate incident, a Ukrainian drone operator from the Favorite Aviation Systems took down a Russian invader using a kamikaze drone. Despite the Russian forces' desperate efforts to shoot down the drone, which included deploying all available means of defense, the operator succeeded in eliminating the target in under a minute. In the Kursk region, near Kruglenk village, Ukrainian paratroopers continued their assault, destroying North Korean and Russian troops with FPV kamikaze drones. Despite desperate attempts by some of the occupiers to shoot down the drones with assault rifles, they were unsuccessful. Ukrainian drones have been essential in knocking out vehicles and attacking enemy infantry in what has been a fierce back-and-forth battle for control. Footage from the region also shows Russian vehicles advancing toward Ukrainian lines, only to be met with intense resistance. Ukrainian forces, utilizing drones, mines, and anti-tank projectiles, destroyed the Russian vehicles before turning their attention to dismounting enemy troops, further disrupting the Russian advance. Despite the likelihood of Russian forces eventually pushing Ukrainian forces out of Kursk, the heavy losses inflicted on Russian forces have been significant. Analysts note that the price of their resistance has already reached astronomical level. In Donetsk, Ukrainian forces have been successfully repelling Russian assaults. On several occasions, Russian troops attempted to break through Ukrainian positions using unconventional methods, including Desert Cross 1000-3 buggies and even electric scooters. However, Ukrainian artillery and drones, especially FPV kamikazes, quickly halted the attacks, with cluster munitions and drone drop grenades taking a heavy toll on the Russian forces. The latest wave of Russian attacks, which included tanks, armored vehicles, and infantry, was similarly repelled in Shcherbanivka, Nelipivka, and the city of New York, Donetsk. Ukrainian drones played a crucial role, targeting survivors of the initial assault and preventing any successful breakthrough. In Petropavlivka, Kharkiv region, Ukrainian forces faced another wave of Russian attacks involving 6 pieces of military equipment, including tanks and armored vehicles. Once again, Ukrainian artillery and drones proved decisive as drone operators targeted dismounted Russian soldiers with precision strikes, ensuring the failure of the enemy's assault. Over the past 24 hours, the battlefield has witnessed 252 combat clashes, with Russian forces mounting aggressive offensives on the Pokrovsk, Kurykov, Vremivka, and Lyman fronts, as well as in Kursk Oblast, Russia. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Russia has suffered significant losses, including 1,630 soldiers killed and wounded, 30 armored combat vehicles, 10 artillery systems, and 9 tanks. Ukrainian paratroopers, supported by other units, successfully repelled a Russian assault near Kruglenk village in Kursk Oblast. Precision artillery and drone strikes eliminated a Russian BTR-82A and its accompanying troops. In the Kharkiv direction, Russian forces have abandoned frontal assaults in favor of unconventional tactics. According to Nazar Voloshin, spokesman for Ukraine's Khortytsia military unit, Russians are using suicide bombers to carry anti-tank mines and throw them into buildings under fire from Ukrainian defenders. Analysts from the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, suggest a shift in Russia's military strategy under Vladimir Putin's directive. Instead of targeting major cities, Russian forces appear to be focusing on securing incremental territorial gains. During Putin's annual Direct Line press conference on December 19, he praised Russian troops for advancing square kilometers along the front lines. This approach contrasts with earlier efforts to capture strategic urban centers. Reports indicate Russian troops are now 10 kilometers from the administrative border of Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk oblasts, aiming to capture all of Donetsk Oblast, a critical Kremlin objective. Analysts believe this slower, terrain-focused advance may be designed to project strength for propaganda purposes while avoiding the challenges of urban warfare. Dramatic action camera footage has surfaced from the front line near Bakhmut in Donetsk Oblast. The video captures a Ukrainian soldier emerging from a dugout, opening fire on approaching Russian stormtroopers, and later sharing a lighthearted moment with a comrade while staying vigilant for Ivans nearby. Following a meeting of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief Staff, President Volodymyr Zelensky revealed that preliminary estimates place the number of North Korean soldiers killed and wounded in Kursk Oblast at over 3,000. There are risks of additional soldiers and military equipment being sent to the Russian army from North Korea, and we will have tangible responses to this, Zelensky stated. He warned of growing threats to global stability due to the burgeoning cooperation between Moscow and Pyongyang, highlighting concerns over the transfer of modern warfare tactics and military technology from Russia. The Kursk operation was a focal point of the meeting, with Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky providing an update on battlefield developments.